Hey guys, Rich Strell here with Protection Florida. Thank you so much for tuning into our channel. I just want to share kind of a cool story that happened to me personally within the family here about goal setting, and then also leave you with a couple quick tips on how to kind of focus on your week regarding goal setting, short-term goals. So you guys may recall in my last video, I talked about my daughter and how she just got her driver's permit, and how just how life happens so quickly, and to be ready and to prepare and make plans, but embrace it along the way, because again it just flies by. So we were sitting around last night, and I told Peach, that's her nickname, Peach, that I said, hey, I mentioned you today in one of my videos. She's like, really? Cool. She says, I want to see. So we turned it on and we were watching it together, and Peanut, my son, was overlooking. And as you know, we talked about her driver's license and that whole bit, and then we got into a little bit of goal setting and what it means to have long-term goals, and the importance of that, and the importance of writing it down, and that sort of thing. So my wife kind of taps me on the shoulder and she says, hey, you may want to take a look at this. So I kind of turned around in my chair, and I heard squeaky, squeaky, squeaky. Ricky Peanut, he's over there wiping off he has this Crayola kind of backlit board. I'll show you a picture of it here in just a second. But he has this really cool board. It's like a dry erase board that you write on with markers, but it's got this cool backlit feature that really kind of lights up the room, and the letters kind of glow a little bit on it. So I looked over and noticed that Ricky was writing his goals right after the video finished. He was just watching along and hearing me talk about long-term goals, and he was over there writing his goals. He wrote down he wants to make it in the NBA. Guys, he's 12 years old. He wants to make it in the NBA. Of course, he loves basketball. He plays every night. He's been working on his three-pointer recently. We put some marks out on the court so he knows exactly where the three-point mark is. He wants to visit Australia, and he wants to play for the Brooklyn Nets. Wow. Guys, what you're doing with goal setting and what you're reading and taking in and the actions you emulate absolutely rubs off on those around you. Another quick story. This was about a week and a half ago. I am part of a coaching program to become better, stronger, position myself better in the marketplace, that sort of thing. And I was on this call, and it's a Zoom call, and there's multiple people in this Zoom call. So you kind of just watch in. You can chime in if you want, but you watch in, and you listen to the coach talking about a message, and then you can interact if you want, or watch others interact. And so I had to go pick up Ricky from school at a certain time. So I was watching this session and watched it all the way to the school, and hurried up and went and grabbed Ricky and got back in the car. I said, all right, bud, how was your day? Made some quick small talk. I said, all right, man, listen, there's this live session going on right now. I'd like to finish watching it if it's okay with you. I'll just let it play, and we'll just ride back in the car back home. And so the coach was on there talking about having the right mental attitude, and how to kickstart your day, and just all the things that kind of really are at the core of the framework of goal setting. And it was a good message, and I really enjoyed it. And the next day, we're getting ready for school and work and everything again, and I look over, and there's Peanut eating breakfast. And unless I say, hey man, you want some bacon and eggs or something like that, he usually does not eat breakfast before school. Ricky never eats breakfast before school, unless of course we kind of encourage it and make it. But here he was on his own eating a bowl of cereal. I says, that's cool, got you some cereal going, that's kind of interesting. He says, yeah. He says, I saw in your coaching call yesterday that if you're going to get your day started with the right mental attitude, there's certain things that you can do, have yourself a nice breakfast and get your day going. And I thought, man, that is so cool. I knew that what we do and the habits we practice and the things that we emulate, I knew it rubbed off on our kids, but seeing it at that caliber, that was pretty darn cool. So having the right mental attitude on goal setting for yourself, for myself not only works, but it's contagious to those around us, even if they're 12 years old. So I definitely encourage you to, continue to focus on your goals. We talked about long-term goals. Let's talk a little bit about short-term goals. Short-term goals for me, I mean, it's a relative term, right? But for me, I'm looking at, for long-term goals, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. I'm looking at my retirement. I'm in my mid-40s. I'm going to look at my retirement. I want to look at where I want to be in 5 years. I want to look at, where I am when I'm in my 60s and I'm perhaps done working and living the dream, right? And then I want to be able to have short-term goals, and I look at that. You can have monthly goals, you can have 6-month goals and call those short-term. When I look at it, I look at what can I do this week to get myself on track, and I want to do an inventory and ask myself, is this activity right here that I'm about to write down for my goals going to help get me closer to those longer term goals? And again, I usually think of retirement, and it's not all about having mansions on the water and stuff like that, but it's what do I want? What do I want for me? What do I want for my wife, as for us as a couple? What I want as my family, that sort of thing. For you, it'll be different. And by the way, don't ever compare yourself to others. Don't compare your retirement plans to those of someone else. But write your goals down every day. We all got to go to work. We all got to pick up the kids. We all got to go grocery shop, and we got chores. We got all those things we got to do. We got to leave room in our day for the toilet that plugged up or the car that wouldn't start or whatever all goes on and all the curveballs of life. But at the end of the day, if you will wake up each morning, that sounded kind of backwards. The thought is at the end of the day, here's my advice. If you'll wake up each morning and just write down what it is you need to achieve. If you need to go grocery shopping on your way home from work, write down that you need to go grocery shopping. Part of this is just simply having structure and organization to your day. But make sure you're inserting some ingredients in there that is taking you towards your long-term goals. Be able to say, if I do these habits repeatedly, regularly over the next 30 days, and I can do them for the next 12 months, is that going to really kickstart my long-term goals? Is that going to kickstart me and drive action towards my long-term goals? Take a look at that. Run it for a week or two, and then do a little bit of an inventory. Is there something missing? Is there something that I know, a habit I need to start, a habit I need to drop, or do more of something that I'm already doing? Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll be able to see further. But be able to do an inventory and ask yourself, is everything that I'm putting into my week, above and beyond all the other life activities, right? Am I inserting the right ingredients that's going to make me successful in my long-term goals? Hey, a lot of information. I like to try to keep these fairly short because ultimately I'd love to talk to everybody one-on-one and see how I can help. My name is Rich Strell with Protection Florida. We help people fulfill their retirement dreams. We do it through insurance, but we also do it through goal setting. The goal setting's got to come first. We got to get our mind right before we can even worry about how much money we're going to have or how we're going to save or how we're going to get there. I'd love to help you. I'd love to set up a time to talk to you further. Click the link below, and it'll enable you to set up a 30-minute Zoom call with me so we can talk about your retirement dreams, how you can get there, what steps you can start taking tomorrow morning to get you there. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Give it the thumbs up if you like the video, and we'll talk to you soon.